Since I'm recording on my iPad, I'm not able to show my visual aid, so I hope that doesn't get me docked, but I'll begin anyway. We all understand that medicine works through biology and chemistry. A pill containing active ingredients interacts with our bodies in specific ways to fight infection, reduce inflammation, or block pain signals. This is the bedrock of modern medication and the framework we rely on to explore how healing occurs. But what if I told you that under the right circumstances, a harmless sugar pill, an injection of saline solution, or even a completely fake surgery could produce results that are remarkably similar to or real those of real treatments. This is the power of the placebo effect, a phenomenon so profound and so consistently observed that it challenges our assumptions about whether biology ends and beliefs begin. The placebo effect isn't just about thinking yourself better. It reflects a deep, intricate interaction between expectations, perception, and the body's own physiology. First, I will cover the science of belief. For years, the placebo effect was dismissed by researchers as a nuance, a sign that a patient's symptoms must be imaginary. If a sugar pill seemed to help, the logic went. The illness couldn't have been real in the first place. But modern research has completely overturned this misconception. Today, we understand that the placebo effect is not a trick of the mind. It's a measurable physiological phenomenon rooted in the biology of expectation. According to Dartmouth, brain imaging and biomedical research reveals tangible shifts in brain chemistry, hormone activity, and other physiological processes when someone believes that they are receiving a real treatment. For example, when a person experiencing pain takes a fake pill but anticipates relief, their brain can release its own natural painkillers, including endorphins and dopamine. These chemicals then bind to the same receptors targeted by actual agnostic drugs, producing legitimate pain reduction. Harvard Health reports that in individuals with Parkinson's disease, placebo treatments have been shown to trigger genuine dopamine release in the brain. Dopamine is a critical neurotransmitter for motor function, and this release can temporarily improve movements and reduce symptoms, showing that belief alone can activate the same neural pathways manipulated by medication. Additionally, from the Mayo Clinic, they further support this understanding, noting that the placebo effect can influence a wide range of symptoms, from stress hormone regulation to immune function to cardiovascular responses. In some cases, patients receiving placebo treatments exhibit lower cholesterol levels, reduced anxiety, and improved physical outcomes, simply because their brains anticipate healing processes in response to positive expectation. Taken together, these findings make one thing clear. The mind, through belief and expectation, can jumpstart the mind's intrinsic healing systems. This moves me to my second point. This is more than just positive thinking. The placebo effect is shaped by context, ritual, and the entire therapeutic atmosphere surrounding medical care. According to Science Direct, the moment a patient steps into a clinic, subtle cues begin influencing their expectations. The clean, structured environment, the presence of medical instruments, and the authority communicated by professional attire, and the calm confidence of a trained practitioner. All of these elements signal to the brain that healing is likely, creating a physiological framework that can alter physiological responses. These interpersonal dynamics are not superficial. They shape neural circuits related to reward, pain perception, and emotional regulation. In this sense, the and encounter itself becomes part of the treatment. According to the National Institute of Health, injections often produce stronger placebo responses than pills, and fake surgeries can have an even greater response. The reason is expectation. More elaborate or invasive procedures create a stronger belief that something powerful is happening, and the brain responds accordingly. The inverse is equally true. If a treatment seems trivial, patients may expect less benefit and their bodies will follow suit. Communication plays its own critical role. WebMD explains that simply telling a patient about potential side effects can make them more likely to experience those same symptoms, when even when the treatment is fake. This phenomenon is called the nocebo effect and reveals a darker mirror image of the placebo effect. This or just as positive expectation can generate healing, negative expectation can create discomfort, anxiety, and real physiological symptoms. Additionally, insights from the Cleveland Clinic show that the framing of information, how a doctor describes a treatment, its purpose, and its expected outcomes, can dramatically influence whether a patient feels relief or distress. Their research notes that supportive, cognitive building communication can reduce pain perception and improve treatment adherence, while overly cautionary or ambiguous language can unintentionally heighten anxiety and worsen symptoms. Together, these findings highlight a profound truth. Clinicians wield significant influence through their words, demeanor, and their environment they create. And lastly, I'll shift my focus towards the implications for modern medicine. The power of the placebo effect carries profound implications for both medical practice and scientific research. According to the Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials, the increasing strength of placebo responses had made it challenging for researchers to demonstrate that certain new medications out, outperform inactive treatments. As patient expectations rise, so does the physiological impact of belief, sometimes narrowing the gap between the real drug and the placebo. This, this forces researchers to design more robust trials and compels pharmaceutical companies to develop medications with clearer, stronger effects. According to Harvard Medical School, even with the absence of deception, studies have shown real, measurable improvements in conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome, chronic pain, and even fatigue. This challenges long held assumptions that placebos only work when patients are misled, revealing instead that the act of participating is in a caring, structured environment or treatment ritual can activate natural healing processes on its own. Additional insights from John Hopkins Medicine emphasizes that leveraging the placebo effect ethically can empower patients by engaging their expectations and fostering a sense of agency in their heading. This research notes that when patients feel involved, respected, and well informed, their bodies often respond more positively, even when the treatment itself is minimal. Overall, the placebo effect reminds us that the patient is not a passive recipient of care, but an active participant in their own healing. It reveals that their beliefs, expectations, and the quality of care we receive can profoundly influence our physical health. The challenge is moving forward is to integrate this knowledge into everyday practice, using empathy, communication, and ritual to enhance the effects of active treatments and tap into the mind's remarkable capacity to heal its own body. It is a powerful reminder that the greatest pharmacy we may ever know is the one located right between our ears. Thank you.